When we talk of research excellence, we typically talk of our two campuses here. We rarely talk about our third campus, which is the VCU Qatar campus. And the more I'm discovering about what they're doing there, the more fascinated I am. And I just wanted to share, and I'll talk to you a lot more in the future. They are truly a multidisciplinary hub and a cross-institutional research hub. Not only are they working with other Qatar Foundation universities there, but they're also interacting with our faculty here on the two campuses. They have research labs in nanotechnology for textiles and data art, and they're doing multimodal mathematics and doing all of this in emerging technologies and material studies, in visual cultures and all of that. And we are looking at potentially creating a research institute there to help advance the research they do. Which now brings me to this question. If we go about with this whole strategic plan and we continue to invest in and move forward with it, what is the impact of this going to be 6 years from now? Really, that is important for us to understand. If we just continue to invest in the programs that our faculty are doing today, not trying to do something new that we haven't done before, invest in what they're doing and amplify that, and in our people, in areas of community-based research, in the innovations that we are seeing in arts and humanities, in cybersecurity and artificial intelligence, etc., in the research for sustainable energies that we are doing in manufacturing, the drug discoveries and vaccine developments that are taking place, through public health research that is currently going on and will amplify with this new school, and in areas of clinical research and trials that we are going to expand, and the fundamental sciences that we do, we see VCU will truly be in a much better place than we are today to inform public policy and practice, to create the sustainable solutions that we need, address societal issues, especially on the vulnerabilities that are critical to the nation, prepare for future energy needs, the health breakthroughs that we need, and all of this through an inclusive culture that is going to be really important, and people like Ashir and others are really leading that effort. So how will we go about doing something like this? Yeah. So what are we going to do? We want to actually be able to measure some of the deliverables. President Rao talked about it, it came up in the conversations. We need to make sure and quantify what is the increased number of undergraduates who will be immersed in the research enterprise and our graduate students. That is going to be key. We will see improved ranking of our research programs, our schools across the board 6 years from now. We will gradually see that. More community-based research, leadership in health disparities research, and increased clinical trials. And we will truly see an impact of that on Massey, which will become a comprehensive cancer research center. I think the targets that we are looking at are being over 400 million in sponsored funding, being a top 50 public research university, close to 400 or 500 million in research expenditures, and doubling all the startups and technology and innovation. And I'm happy to answer some of those questions that we can discuss in the discussion part. So how are we going to do this? Real quick, President Rao and I, we just announced 10 days ago, or no, it's been a couple of weeks now, that we will invest as part of the first phase of our strategic plan, $10 million to augment what is happening here, to invest in our commercialization opportunities, to advance technologies, to develop seed grants that faculty can leverage, $1 million there, to accelerate interdisciplinary research that is going on today. 1.5 million we are committing there. And truly those big ideas where you need to spend time and bring transdisciplinary work across campuses together, we're investing another 2.5 million. We've just released all of this 10 days ago, the formal announcements went out. So this is actually in practice now. And we will be investing money into state-of-the-art equipment. And I know our provost, he is working on creating new innovative ideas for transdisciplinary research, especially in the humanities area, and he'll be talking a lot more about that in the future. It is important, and this came up, it is important that in addition to investing in our human capital and talent and projects, we have to invest in resources in the form of infrastructure that we need, and buildings, and hiring, and all of that. So through, I think, investment in our institutes and centers, we can drive technology commercialization. By bringing together VCU and VCU Health and breaking down the barriers, there are still a few. Increase clinical trials and research, and a variety of these things where we need to increase more hiring that needs to happen, cluster hires, etc. I think we are going to have to commit to doing all of that and reducing the burden of administrative burden that our faculty have. And the other area is communications and strengthen global partnerships. All of this is truly a collaborative effort with the Provost's office, with our academic leaders, and it's a unified approach. The last slide that I have is just a reminder that when we talk of VCU, we many a times think of it from a local nuance and a regional nuance. But if we just look at the active academic collaborations that are going on and our research collaborations that are going on today, these are real ones. Our footprint is all across the globe. I don't want to walk away with us thinking these are massive operations, but we have a footprint in all these places. So with the President's office, the Provost's office, and ours and others, we are going to strategize. How do we leverage these opportunities so that we can enhance student enrollment, international student enrollment, and build on the research opportunities that are going to be possible? So with that, I would like to close and say, really, I'm grateful to the so many of our talented faculty who have made this possible for VCU to be truly this research enterprise that it is. And to my talented leadership group that are all there sitting behind, and many others who have all made it possible for VCU research enterprise to be thriving and truly be transformative. This is a collaborative effort, and I want to thank all of you who have been so instrumental, and you board members for making it possible.